Hello dear students, welcome to chapter 5 part 1 Coal and Petroleum. Let's open a science textbook on page 71. Dear students, you see in every day of your life these many things. The picture what is given the PowerPoint. Trains, flights, vehicles, bikes. Are they living beings? They are not living beings, right? For us living beings, our fuel is food. We keep eating, so that's our fuel. We have fuel, and fuel provides us energy to work. But what about what we see in this picture? How are these things running? These things are running because there is something that provides them energy. What provides them energy? The fuel which provides them energy are coal and petroleum. Now, coal is not used regularly in the train these days as in the previous era. Diesel engine trains and electric train, whereby electricity is provided to the train, and that's how train runs. Coming to natural resources. So natural resources, what are they? Earth is a huge storehouse of materials which humans use for their needs. Such materials are called natural resources. Natural resources are of two types: renewable natural resources and non-renewable natural resources. So, renewable natural resources are also called inexhaustible natural resources. These resources which are available in unlimited quantity in nature and do not get exhausted by human beings. You can use them as much as you want, like wind energy, solar energy, all those. Non-renewable natural resources are also known as exhaustible natural resources. So those resources which are available in limited quantity in nature and can be exhausted by human activity, they are also known as non-renewable natural resources. So which means that they might finish someday, or there will be a time where all these sources of energy will be over. Example, coal, petroleum, all those. So coal and petroleum are also known as fossil fuels. So what are fossils? Fossils are the remains of the prehistoric plants or animals buried under the earth millions of years. So we can see here, so coal an example is an example of fossils. So let's study about the story of coal. About 300 million years ago, the earth had dense forests in low-lying wetland areas which got buried under the soil due to natural processes like flooding, earthquakes. The more soil got deposited over them and they were compressed, the temperature also increased as they descended deeper and deeper. And these dead plants got slowly converted to coal under high pressure and temperature. So, as coal contains mainly carbon, the slow process of conversion of dead vegetation into coal is called carbonization. Since it was formed from the remains of vegetation, coal is also called a fossil fuel. So let's look a little more how the formation of coal takes place. So once the vegetation dies, they started forming peat. Once the peat was formed, it was compressed with a lot of pressure. And this pressure is not coming from you or from me, but the pressure just happened by the soil and by the atmosphere and by the gravity. So they pressurized the peat. Between the sediment soil layers, the pressure was provided and they formed lignite. Lignite is a type of coal. So then what happens after lignite was formed? Little more pressure was given to them and they formed bituminous or subbituminous. And after that also a lot more pressure was provided to the soil and they formed anthracite eventually. So the other side of the picture is just in colorful form as to how the formation of coal takes place. Now, as I have already told you, Coal mostly contains carbon. So depending on the percentage of carbon presence in coal, coal is categorized into three types. So the first one, lignite. Lignite has a carbon content of about 38% and is regarded as the lowest grade of coal. So lignite is also used for electric power generation. Bituminous or subbituminous has about 65% carbon and is mainly used for power generation and to make another type of fuel called coke. Anthracite is hard coal and contains about 90% carbon. It is regarded as the highest grade of coal. So these are the types of coal, and the types of coal is based on the amount of carbon percentage. Coming to the next, what happens when coal is heated? When coal is heated, when coal is heated, coal burns and produces many carbon dioxide gas. Coal is processed in industries to obtain coke, coal tar, and coal gas. So you can see below those categories. Coke. So coke is in the form of solid. It is a hard and porous substance. It is mainly used to separate iron from iron ore. It's used in making steel. And coal tar. Coal tar, it is mainly used in making rods. It is a black or brown viscous liquid mixture of nearly about 200 different types of substances. It is also used in making paints, dyes, plastics, perfumes, etc. Coal gas. It is an inflammable gas and can be converted into diesel. So these are the three types of products what to get when coal is heated. So dear students, this is the end of this video. The rest of the topic from this chapter we shall discuss in part 2.